I'm here with Hazel Veitch, who is a viola player, and she's British, aren't you, Hazel?
I suppose you could say that, yes,
Yeah,
I am.
I mean,
I am British.
I think she's reluctantly British these days, and she'll tell you why. I'm not being rude, by the way. Where do you live, Hazel?
I live in Portugal, and have done for over 30 years, so I suppose distancing myself, not on purpose, from the UK little by little, a gradual process.
Yeah, and you play with the Porto Symphony Orchestra,
Porto
is that right?
Symphony Orchestra, yes, and I teach.
Hazel is a committed member of the ESTA Portugal team. I'm not sure if you've got an official job
No,
title.
absolutely not.
But
No.
she is ESTA Portugal, with apologies to the rest of the team. And it's nice to meet Hazel, actually, I should say, because we worked together leading up to the COVID-stricken online conference a couple of years ago. So I feel like I know Hazel very well, but I only met her in person this week.
This is my second presential conference.
Oh, right.
And 2 online. So
Okay.
the first one I was involved in was Porto 2020, which then moved online. So I hadn't been to any presential conferences before then.
Yeah, because
That was-
Portugal led the way, didn't they, with the online stuff, which is why
Yes.
you were so vital for 2 years
For
ago.
21, yeah.
Yeah, it worked really well. I'm sure many of you were involved in that, but it's really nice to be here in person, isn't it?
I
It's
think
a
that's the
different
best.
feel.
That's the best thing. That's the best thing. Yeah. But people who I only know their names and I've been able to put faces to their names, and then people who I've gone, is that you? It's you!
Yeah, it's weird not seeing people on the screen.
Yeah.
How have you found this week? How have you enjoyed the conference?
Intense. So that's a good thing, I think.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's been absolutely brilliant. Just diverse.
Yeah, well, that's
Diversity.
the theme, guys.
No, it's. I think as much as we worked hard to make things work online, meeting up in person and exchanging ideas, it's just fantastic. I think you get more, probably as much inspiration from talking in the corridors and in the exhibitors halls as you do by sitting in the lecture halls and watching the concerts. I think it's just so, an over breakfast or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It's the bits in between that are just as important as the content of the conference.
I think so.
For me.
And as musicians, you know, we're sociable creatures, aren't we, by habit? Going and speaking to the luthiers and the string companies, you know, there's a wealth of expertise. And, you know, you forget that a lot of, like, Marcus and from Daddario, for instance, a lot of these guys were players who then moved on to the other side of the industry. And, you know, there's such a broad range of knowledge that you can tap into, isn't there?
Massive, yeah. Actually, Marcus, I was talking to about his previous career, and it's amazing. I there's no words for, you know, how exciting it's been, especially for me. I've been working on meeting all the exhibitors properly and stuff, and they're just amazing people. And I don't think that as teachers and performers we consider who provides us with materials that we need enough. I don't think there's enough contact between us. We need them, they need us, and yet we don't really think about that. So having a chance to talk to them and actually understanding their side of the business is something that I really enjoy.
Those of you that are at conference and watching back at this might have noticed Hazel in looking quite sort of suspicious in dark corners of the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama, like whispers and things like that, and passing little notes around to people.
Yeah, that's my style. That's definitely
that's
my
your
style. Yeah.
It's now, the cat is out of the bag, and as of yesterday, it's become official that Portugal are hosting next year's conference, so we're all really excited about that, and I know Hazel will probably tell you a little about that.
Portuguese style. We're finally doing our presential conference, which disintegrated in 2020 and was put online. So this is our chance to redo all the wonderfulness that is the presential conference. So yes, next year in Porto, and of course, saying what I've been saying, the theme is connecting people.
I imagine that every conference there are some things that you want to take on and some things that you didn't think worked so well, and that's kind of human nature, and I'm sure you'll be talking with the UK team and picking their brains.
With you?
And exactly, yeah. But tell us about the things from this conference that you would like to take forward to Portugal.
It's very difficult to make straight parallels because the physical space is very different. That's the first thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the interesting things about each conference is you never really know what you're going to get until you get there, because everything's very conditioned by the actual physical space.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a very different space to the space here. It's a much more traditional school, and it has all the character of an old building, and we're actually very excited about the space and how it's going to work. What I've liked here is how condensed all the social spaces are, with the exhibitors halls and the cafe and the you know, where to eat, where to drink, where to talk. I think there's been a great circulation in this conference, and we'll definitely be emanating that as much as we possibly can within our physical space.
Yeah.
The quality of the presenters, of course, is going to be superb as well. You know, that's something that we'll work hard to maintain and always improve on, do the very best we can. I think, well, for me, because it's my area of interest, the commercial connection, helping people connect with the people that they need to do the best job they can do.
So there'll be a good array of exhibitors.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's what I've spent this week trying to guarantee.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get them over here.
Yeah.
And of course, one thing we can guarantee in Portugal, I think we can guarantee this, is good weather.
Pretty much, yes. I don't know how much you paid to have those 2 nice sunny days, but it was probably quite a lot.
Yeah, we've been lucky this week.
Yeah,
let's
you've
be
been
honest.
the microplaning up in the sky there. We had 2 beautiful days of sunshine, and now it's good old Cardiff weather, a light drizzle. So I'm feeling slightly more comfortable.
Yeah, it's really important that the delegates experience true Wales. But yeah, we're going to have great weather. We're going to have good coffee, good strong coffee. And,
lots of port wine, very good wine, excellent food.
Vino Verde?
Absolutely.
What more
Lots
do you
of
need?
that. Vino Verde at lunch, Modoro in the evening, and then port.
Fantastic.
Nightlife,
Well, I'm looking forward to it already.
Lots of socialising and good content.
All I need to do is make sure Phil gets me a plane ticket, and I'll see you there. Thank you, Hazel.
My pleasure. See you in Porto.